morning, my friends. Welcome back to another gentle yoga class. I have got builders outside this morning. I tried to beat them, but they're here, so hopefully they won't be too noisy and be banging around too much while we have our practice, especially during our meditation. So let's hope you're all feeling well. This session is going to be a little bit of getting into some balancing poses. So a little bit of a challenge for you today, maybe. Just seeing where your balance is. So let's see how we go. Won't be too intense, just gentle. And like everything, it's about practice. And the more we practice, the better we get at anything. So celebrate your wins and just keep persevering and going back into the pose. If you fall out of it, just come back to it, give it another shot, center yourself. So this practice is all about centering yourself and perseverance. So let's get into it. We're going to start as always with a little bit of a meditation just to ground and center ourselves to begin the practice. So coming to a seated position if you're not already. Taking a big belly breath into the belly. Letting it rise, rise, rise. And let it go. Just even with that one breath, I just feel the stillness enter my body. And I hope that's the same for you. One more breath. Drawing that prana up from Mother Gaia below, into the heart space, into the crown space, and letting it go. One more time, drawing that prana in and up. Spine beautiful and straight. Head just gently balanced between the shoulders. No stress in the neck. And letting it go. Let's just sit in the stillness. Just start to scan from the top of the head down through the face. Just checking for any areas of, excuse me, froggy in my throat. Any areas of tension into the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, chest, the abdomen, the hips, the thighs, spine, the glutes, the knees and the calves and the feet. Just noticing, no judgment, just noticing the body. I'm just going to gently open the eyes. Itchy eye. We're going to take the left hand, raise it up above our head. We're going to take the right hand behind, and we're just going to stretch. Then we're going to drop the left hand behind, draw that right hand up behind, seeing if you can meet the fingers, not overextending here today. So I'm just starting out, just reaching for them. You might come to there, that's fine. Just find where your reach is. Maybe you can touch, wiggle your fingers together, give them a little tickle. We're going to extend them again, take them out so they're on a diagonal from each other, stretching out through the arms. We're going to bring them round to the sides and stretch them out, and then windmill them up the other way. Stretching out like a lightning bolt. We're going to drop that right hand behind and draw the left hand up. see if it's any different on this side. For me, it's easier on this side. I can easily go further up my fingers, opening up through the chest so that the shoulder blades are drawing together at the back body. Still drawing up from the abdomen, so we're sitting nice and tall. Take a breath, a deep breath into the belly, letting it go. We're going to extend the arms again, up and out like lightning bolts. We're going to draw them out to the side. Feel your power extending out from the body. We're going to draw the hands down. We're going to take our bolster out from behind our cushion if we have one. Push it to the side. We're going to come around. We're going to have the knees bent to the ceiling, feet flat on the floor. Hopefully you can see. Arms supporting us at the back. And we're just going to lean back, opening up through the chest, getting into those arms, tucking the chin in towards the chest, drawing ourselves so we're going back down to the mat. Push away, come back up. Nice and tall, opening up through the chest, straightening those arms, don't overextend them. Palms are facing towards us. And we're going to bend the elbows again and just come back, leaning back, bending those elbows, drawing that navel in towards the back body. Shouldn't be feeling any pain in the lower back. Pushing our way up, drawing the chest up and open. Maybe drop the neck back. If it feels okay to you, be very gentle on the neck. Coming back up to a neutral position, bending the elbows, drawing ourselves back away from the knees. Pushing our way up. We're going to do that one more time, coming forward with the chest and then dropping the head back. So we're kind of doing a variation on cat-cow, kind of. On cow anyway. Going back and coming back to a neutral position. Take the right hand across to the left knee and just stretching around. So a little bit of a twist here. Left hand supporting the body, pushing away from the mat. Always remembering that breath. Into the belly, letting it go. We're going to draw that hand back to the knees. We're going to come to the other side. So wrap that hand around the knees. Draw the right hand behind. A little bit of a twist. I always get muddled on the lefts and the rights. We're just warming up the body, coming back to the knees. We're going to walk the feet back towards the butt. We're going to lift the feet off the ground and hug the knees to the chest, sitting up nice and tall. Drop one foot, then the other. Stretch the legs out in front. You come around to our hands and knees, into our tabletop position, drawing the belly into the back spine. We're going to do a couple of those cat-cows, so just arching the back down as we lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Then drawing it in, the belly up, pushing out through the shoulders, dropping the chin towards the chest. One more time, dipping the belly, arching the back, dropping the head back, drawing in and back the other way, arching the back, coming back to a neutral position. We're going to tuck the toes, we're going to come into our first downward dog. Just walk that dog.
bend the knees a lot and then push back and up, extending that dog. You're going to walk come up onto the toes and then drawing the heels back down towards the mat. We'll do that one more time. Up on the toes, drawing the heels back down to the mat, seeing if you can get a little bit further. And we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Just hanging out here in forward fold for a moment, bending the knees, overextend the legs, and then pushing down through all four corners of the feet. We're going to round ourselves as we draw ourselves up to standing, roll the shoulders back down the spine. We lift the head, hands to the sides. We're in Tadasana pose, feeling the energy in our legs. We've shifted some prana. We are going to just draw our weight onto our left side as we draw the right knee up towards the chest. Feeling really nice and centered in our body before we shoot that foot back and behind us as we draw the front body forward. I'm running out of space. I will come this way. Drawing it behind us. As we do, draw the arms out in front. Head can look at the mat. Find a drishti. So that's a spot somewhere where you can keep your gaze. That helps you keep your balance. You're going to draw that leg right back. If you've dropped out of it, that's all good. Draw it back. Hands back to the sides. Lift the knee towards the chest, nice and high. Still keeping that balance before we draw it back down to the mat. We're going to do the other side now. Take a deep breath here. Center yourself in Tadasana. Drawing that weight into your right leg this time. So just shifting the weight over before you lift the left leg up towards the chest. Having that drishti, that point out in front of you, before you start to move that leg back behind you, drawing the hands in front. Really grounding down through that foot. Keeping your eye on that drishti. You will have found a new one now. You've shifted your head. And then drawing your leg back to the front, but more wobbly on the side, up to the chest again, hands to the side. Drawing the foot down to Tadasana pose. Take a deep breath. Lift those shoulders, roll them back down the back body. One more time, up and back. We're going to take the hands up overhead, palms together. We're going to forward fold, raining down to the mat. Half lift up to the fingertips or hands on shins, whatever feels right for you. Dropping down to a forward fold. We're going to step back with the left foot, the right foot into our plank pose. We're going to keep the elbows in tight. We're going to get into a bit of a flow here. Down to the mat. You can come down to baby cobra or up into up dog. So on the top of the feet, lifting the body off the ground, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to come onto the toes, lift the body into our down dog. Hopefully you could see me there. I'm going to come, I'll do it on the other side so you can see my feet better on the next one. So we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Forward fold, half lift, forward fold, rolling our way up. Arms overhead, palms together, drawing that prana to the heart center. I'll come this side this time. We're going to bend the knees a little, arms up overhead, palms together, drawing that prana
to the heart center, carrying on down to the floor. Half lift, full forward fold, stepping back this time with the right foot, then the left foot into our plank pose. If you want to, you can come down chaturanga. So that's like a push-up down onto the mat into a baby cobra. So you've done these many a times. If you've done my classes, just flat on the ground, or you can come into up dog. So feet on the ground, flat on the ground, lifting our whole body off the floor into up dog. We're going to flip those feet,
and push back into down dog. If you have back problems, up dog can not be good for you, so really listen to your body. We're going to walk the feet to the hands, come up to a half lift, forward fold, we're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to plant the right hand behind, just behind the right foot, and we're going to draw the arm up into a twist. This is a bit of a balance on itself. Drawing the hand back. We're going to take the hands to the side body and we're going to push our way up into warrior one. Woo! Drawing the hands back to the mat. We're going to take that front foot, bring it to the back into our down dog. We're going to come over into our plank position. We're going to come down to the mat for our cobra or our chaturanga up dog. Flipping the feet, pushing our way back up to our down dog, walking the feet to the hands, coming up to a half lift, forward fold, rolling our way up, hands overhead, drawing them back to the heart center, taking a breath. We're going to bend the knees, hands overhead, drawing ourselves back to our forward fold, half lift. This time we're going to step back with the right foot. We're going to plant that left hand. We're going to come, draw that right hand up and beyond into our twist again. Drawing the hand back to the floor. We're going to lift that front foot to the back to our down dog. Come back to our plank pose. Chaturanga into our baby pose. Baby cobra. Cobra pose. Bhujangasana or up dog. Flip those feet. Push your way back to your down dog. We're going to walk the feet to the hands. Forward fold, half lift, and roll our way up. Hands overhead, draw them to the heart center. We're going to move into a tree pose. So we're going to, once again, more balancing as I promised. So foot weight into our left leg. We're going to draw that right leg up. Turn the knee out, draw the foot into the thigh. Now, if that's too much for you, you can just come to here. You can come to here. Or you can come up to here. Finding that drishti, finding that spot, that is the key to any balancing pose. Arms overhead, palms together, or hands wide. Grinding down through that left foot. I'm going to draw the hands, palms together. If they're not already, draw them down to the heart center. We're going to bring that knee into the front and drop down to the floor. I'm going to walk the feet out. I'm going to lift the right leg,
Now you might once again want to come to here, you might come to here, you might come up to here. Never on the knee. We want to protect the knee. Find that balance. Draw the hands up and overhead. You can have palms together, have arms open wide, drawing in that life force energy from above. Drawing the hands together, drawing that prana back to the heart centre before we bring the knee round to the front. Take the foot away and gently return it to the other leg. Well done, yogis. Well done. So we're going to move into moon pose. So we're going to step back with our right foot. It's a bit of a extension of what we've been doing. We're going to hinge from the hips forward over that front leg. Going to drop the left hand to the left foot. So we're in triangle pose basically. So our front leg is straight. And drawing the hand up overhead again. So we've got the hips pushed out to the back, legs straight, arms up. We're going to move those arms back up. We're going to bend the leg this time. I just realised I missed out warrior one on the other leg. So maybe let's go into warrior one right now. So push into that front leg. The back leg is on a 45-degree angle. Let's dip down, hands over head. I'm human like anyone else. Sometimes the brain does not recall everything that we do. Pretty sure it was on the other leg. So we'll come down. Now we're going to keep pushing into that front leg. We're going to lift off with the back leg. We're going to drop the hands to the ground and lift that leg behind us. We're going to plant the left hand. We're going to draw the right hand up and open. It is a challenge, this pose. For me it is. Looking up towards the hand if you can. Drawing the hand back down to the mat. We're going to drop that back leg to the mat. Going to push back on that front leg and draw our hands up. We'll go back into our warrior one. And then straightening that front leg. Draw the hands back down to the waist. We're going to heel toe around to the other way. Front leg. Just in case we missed it, let's go into a warrior one. On this side, just an extra one on one leg. We're going to straighten that leg, kick the hip out. We're going to draw the right hand down the leg, draw the left hand up, looking up. This is still a balance. Triangle pose. Drawing that left hand back to the hip, drawing the body back up. We're going to push forward on that front leg. We're going to draw the back leg up behind us as we bend down to the mat. It's hard to cue for this one. Down we go, lifting that back leg behind us. Planting that right arm as we draw the left arm up and open. And for me, this is way harder on this side. So if you drop out of it, just go back into it, looking up towards the hand if you can. Opening up through the chest. Drawing the hand back to the mat, drawing the foot down, hands to the hips, hinging our way back up to standing. Taking a breath. We're going to heel toe round to the front of the mat. Take a deep inhalation. Roll those shoulders back down and around. Do that a few times. We're going to walk the feet together. Bend the knees a lot as we come down into our chair pose. Hands out. This is a bit of a balance as well. I'm going to come up onto the toes, dropping the hands to the ground and dipping the butt down towards the mat. So we're up on our toes, getting into our toes a little bit. We're going to sit up nice and straight. We're going to take the hands off the mat if you can. Whee! Once again, balancing, really feeling centered, finding that drishti point out in front of you. Feel the wobbles, but be there anyway. Remember to breathe. And we're going to put the hands to the mat when you're ready. We're going to drop the heels and drop the butt down to the mat. We're going to come back to this pose, so with our knees in front, arms, actually we're going to drop down onto our elbows this time. We're just going to drop the knees from one side to the other. Windscreen wipers, stretching out that lower back. And we're going to just lie down on the mat. We're going to draw our left leg over our right, thread the needle, and pushing away into the hands. Beautiful stretch for the legs. Drawing that knee out away from the body as much as you can, really drawing that spine down into the mat. Taking that foot off, drawing the feet back down to the mat, just dropping the knees one side to the other again. Coming back to a neutral position, we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg this time, cross it, taking the hands through to the left and pushing away. Deep breath into the belly. We're going to uncross that leg, take the hands away. We're going to just walk the feet out into our Shavasana pose. Letting the feet drop away from the body. A little bit of a gap between the thighs is always good. Hands just resting, facing upwards. Breathing into the belly. Scanning that body again. Noticing any difference from the beginning of your practice, from the tip of your head, the eyes, the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the arms and the chest, the belly and the abdomen, the hips and the legs. Feet and the toes. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. If you're finding that you're still got thoughts running through your mind, try not to judge them. Just when you notice, try not to attach them to them. Just let them float on by like clouds in the sky. Being the observer. That is the art of meditation, just to keep bringing yourself back to the nothing. And you have to train the mind to be quiet. One more breath. I'm going to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, unless of course you have the luxury to stay here a little bit longer. I'm going to walk the feet up towards the butt, bending the knees, roll them over onto the side, drawing the body onto the side, hands to the side of the cheek. Pushing away from the mat, coming to our seated position where we began, easy pose, Sukhasana. One more breath. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. Sorry about the noises outside, if you can hear them. Hopefully you're feeling beautifully centered for the rest of your day, your evening. Many blessings and namaste.